Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am bringing you guys a postpartum update, telling you guys a little bit about my journey and also showing you guys my body. Officially 9 months postpartum, and my body has gone through so many changes and through so much in the past year, like 2 years basically, because let me give you guys a little kind of backstory if you guys are new to my channel. I'm gonna be showing you guys my body, what it looks like now, 9 months postpartum, talking a little bit about my body before I got pregnant, while I was pregnant. I've pretty much documented my entire postpartum journey, my weight, all that stuff. Not really because I was so focused on my weight, but just because I knew I wanted to film these videos for you guys. Maybe these videos could help some of you guys going through the same things that I'm going through postpartum, because I know that I am not alone. New to my channel, let me give you guys a little recap and a little rundown on everything that my body has gone through the past like year or 2 years. So before I got pregnant, if you did not know, I did have a BBL surgery. I did get a BBL surgery literally 6 months. Let me say that again. 6 months before getting pregnant. So that's why I'm saying my body has not only gone through the pregnancy changes, the postpartum changes, I've also gone through surgery changes. So it's been a lot on my body the past like 2 years. Before getting my BBL surgery, I was 139 pounds. I've always been kind of around the same weight. I don't really gain weight too easily, but I also don't really lose weight too easily. So ever since I was in high school, I was always like 125 pounds to like 130 pounds, and then right before getting my BBL surgery I was 139 pounds. I think I did gain like 5 pounds. I did want to have a little bit of extra weight for my surgery. So also another thing I want to mention too, before getting my surgery, I've always had issues with like everyone has insecurities. You get what I'm saying? Like even the most perfect person out there has their insecurities, and everyone has, and that's okay. Like we're all, I feel like, learning to love ourselves. Before getting my BBL surgery, and there's a lot of like mixed opinions, you know, like definitely a lot of people say like if you loved yourself, why would you get the surgery? And once again, even people that do love themselves, and even the most perfect people out there have insecurities, and if you can change those things and feel happy about yourself, then why not? You get what I'm saying? I'm not like against surgery. I'm definitely not against surgery because I've gotten surgery before, but I'm just all for doing whatever makes you happy, and if you can change something that's gonna make you happier, then why not do it? I never really hated my body, but I was always really insecure about like my stomach area. Like I said, I don't gain weight easily. I've always kind of maintained my weight, but my weight I always just gained my weight on my stomach. Like I was literally a square, you guys. I had no type of shape, no type of nothing. And obviously on social media, especially on social media, do not believe everything you see. Like everyone's, even not just on social media, but even if you just post on Facebook, like for your friends and family, you're gonna post the picture that you feel the best about yourself. Post like a picture that you feel like you look good in. No one's really gonna be posting like the nitty gritty, the ugly, like the stuff that you feel like you don't look good in. Even though I was okay with my body, it was just my stomach area that I was insecure about, because I just gained, I like carried all my weight on my stomach area, and I don't really lose weight that easily. Also, with that being said, I've never been a person that has been so into the gym. I never really worked out consistently. I do pretty much for the most part eat what I want, but I never I feel like would excessively eat, if you get what I'm saying. It just, everyone is so different. Everyone carries their weight differently, and for me, I've always just carried my weight on my stomach area, and that's what I was insecure about. So once again, I never had an issue with my butt, but the reason that I got the BBL, the price difference was literally like, you guys, like 2,000 or 3,000 more. So like literally it was like 9 grand, I think, to just do lipo, like just do the lipo and nothing else to my body. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna pay the extra, and if they're already taking out the fat, they can go ahead and put it in my butt. And literally, you guys, after I got my BBL surgery, so this is the reason why I'm also talking about my BBL, is because I feel like that's kind of part of my postpartum journey as well, because I literally got pregnant 6 months after getting my body done. So I feel like that's definitely helped me, I feel like, bounce back, because my body was technically like in the best shape of my life. You guys, after my BBL, my body was like so snatched. My butt was like so perfect and like perky and cute and like nice. My stomach was like tight and like super, like everything was just snatched up, you guys. It's like I freaking went in the Captain America time machine and I came out and I was like perfect. Which I'm not saying that you have to have a big perfect butt and like a crazy snatched waist to be perfect, but I felt really good about my body. I loved the way that my body looked, and looks are not everything, but I definitely did feel good about myself. But I only got to enjoy it for like a good 6 months. But either way, the only reason I'm bringing up the BBL is because I get tons of questions on that. Like I always constantly get tons of questions of what my body looks like now after having a baby and having the BBL, what my butt looks like if my butt got smaller, which my butt actually did get smaller. So now getting into like pregnancy and postpartum. So before getting my BBL, I was 139 pounds. After getting my BBL, I was also 139 pounds. So I was literally the same weight. He just transferred the fat into my butt. I never had an issue with my butt before, but now that I saw my body like that and I saw how nice my butt looked, I do kind of miss it, but it's not the end of the world. Like I have my baby, I'm happy with my baby. I would not change her for the world. And no matter what my body looked like after having Sophia, like I wouldn't change it. You get what I'm saying? Like I did document my journey and I did document like my weight and stuff just because I wanted to make these videos for you guys. But when I got pregnant, another question I got a lot was, are you sad? Are you sad about your body? Are you sad that your body's gonna change now? Are you sad that you got pregnant? You just got your BBL. And initially, I'm not gonna lie, yes, initially I wasn't like sad, depressed, but I was kind of like, dang, I just got my body done. But I had also, like, I pretty quickly came to terms with the fact that like I'm pregnant, I'm gonna focus on that, and whatever my body looks like after, like I'll deal with it then. Like there's nothing you can change. Like there's nothing you can change or do to really prevent like stretch marks. Yeah, you can use like lotions and stuff, but stretch marks for one are pretty much genetics. And yeah, you can watch what you eat, but you're literally growing a human, and I knew that. So I wasn't really too focused on like my weight like during my pregnancy or what I was gonna look like after, because I just kind of like felt like I can deal with that after. Like right now I'm gonna focus on having a healthy pregnancy, on having my baby healthy, and just focus on my pregnancy. I'm not gonna focus on my weight or anything, you know? I got pregnant pretty quickly. If you guys know, or if you guys have followed me for a while, you know, literally, and I say this all the time, people are probably annoyed of it, but literally I was sick my entire pregnancy, like so sick, to you guys, to the point where I only gained 11 pounds my entire pregnancy. It was definitely a roller coaster. My pregnancy was definitely a roller coaster. I would do it all over again for her, but I was really sick. So from the jump, literally by the time I was 14 weeks, I found out I was pregnant when I was 4 weeks, and by the time I was 14 weeks, I had lost a total of 18 pounds. Like towards the end of my pregnancy, like my third trimester, I'm talking like the last weeks, I did start to gain a little bit of weight. So I went from 121 pounds, and then the end of my pregnancy, I had reached the 150 mark. Like when I went to my 139, when I went to my 39-week appointment, I was at the 150 mark, and then I had her like 2 days later. And then right off the jump, after having her, like all the fluids and everything that you lose, I had gone down to, I had Sophia on April 12th, and then on April 15th, so 3 days later, I weighed myself and I was 143 pounds. Gone down 7 pounds from like the baby and like all the fluids and stuff. Only 4 pounds like up from my pre-pregnancy weight, which also, I'm talking about weight, so hopefully this doesn't trigger anyone, but the only reason I'm talking about this is just to kind of explain to you guys my journey, but I'm also going to be showing you guys what my body looks like to show you guys the way that I carry my weight now, because yeah, I'm back to my pregnancy weight. I'm actually a little bit thinner than what I was, but I carry my weight so different now. And as I've lost weight, like I've gotten more and more loose skin, which I will get to that in a second and talk about that in a second. But Do not compare yourselves to anyone else's journey. Do not compare yourselves to anyone else's postpartum. Everyone's journey is so different. Everyone's pregnancy is so different. Just wanted to make that little disclaimer. Do not compare yourself to anyone. And like I said earlier too, like on social media, everyone's gonna post the most flattering things of themselves. Like I'm gonna post the most flattering things about myself just because that makes me feel good, you know? But I also have no problem with talking about the nitty-gritty and showing you guys what my body actually really looks like. I was 4 pounds above my pre-pregnancy weight, and I also am breastfeeding, so you lose like the weight really fast after 2 of you breastfeed. I've heard a lot of girls say that. Literally, I weighed myself on April 23rd and I was at 132 pounds. So I was already like going under my pre-pregnancy weight because I was 139 before getting pregnant. So I just started to lose the weight really fast. Then on April 28th, I was 128 pounds down to 126 pounds. On May 17th, I weighed myself and I was 125 pounds. And initially after giving birth, my stomach didn't feel too loose. It just felt weird. Like my skin felt weird. Like if you ever had surgery after I got lipo, after I got my BBL, it kind of felt like that. Like your skin feels really tender and like it just feels weird. It felt like my skin was like not even attached to my stomach. Like let me know if any of you guys felt that way, because that's kind of how it felt. Like my skin just felt so weird. I felt like right after giving birth, I felt like empty. I felt like my body was just so weird to me because I got so used to those entire 9 months. I got so used to having my little belly, and even though I was so sick, and I talked about how much I hated being pregnant. Now that I have my daughter, I actually loved being pregnant, and like I would totally like I loved being pregnant. Like now that I look back, I hated the pregnancy because I was so sick, but now that I have Sophia, like I loved my pregnancy body. I felt like my little belly was so cute. I loved having my belly. So after having her, like my body just felt so different and weird. Like I felt like really after giving birth, like you feel like a stranger like in your body. Like it just feels so weird. Like you look different. Like I got so used to like my belly. It felt like empty after not having my baby there anymore. Even though I had her physically in my arms, it just felt so different. Like not feeling her kicks anymore, not like feeling like not knowing that she was inside my belly and safe. Like it was just like a different feeling. And on May 20th, I was 123 pounds. So literally, you guys, I started dropping the weight so quickly. Even though I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight, or I'm under my pre-pregnancy weight, like my body is so different than what it was before. Going down, I was 123 pounds on May 27th, and now I feel like I'm kind of regulating my weight again. I'm at 125 pounds right now, but once again, my body's so different now. Like my stomach is like I definitely have loose skin, and as I've lost more weight, the loose skin has become more because like I just have that skin, you know. But also, like, I don't hate my body. Like I'm learning to accept my body because I did grow a whole human. Like I had a whole baby. Like my body's obviously not gonna be the same. So I try to just kind of like tell myself that. I also get the question a lot if my butt got smaller, and my butt definitely got a lot smaller. Like the shape is different. My butt was very, very perky at like before getting pregnant, and now my butt has kind of gone. And I feel like it's because I lost weight and a lot of my fat was on my butt, so I lost a lot of my butt. Another strange change is like my boobs have also gotten like definitely smaller. Once again, I am still breastfeeding, so I feel like once I'm done breastfeeding, like my boobs are probably gonna get even lower. And my boobs are already kind of saggy before getting pregnant, but definitely they got smaller. But I feel like because I've lost weight, my boobs also got smaller. So now I'm gonna show you guys what my body looks like now, and then I'll answer some of your guys' questions that you guys had for me. This is what my body looks like now, and this is me just kind of standing here. No sucking in, no nothing. And I am gonna show you guys now my butt, because that's the biggest question I get is if my butt got smaller. So this is what my butt looks like now, but as you guys can see, I have lost a lot of shape. Like I feel like the bottom of my butt has just kind of gotten flat. I also used to have a lot more shape at the top, which I feel like I have kind of lost now, and my legs have gotten like way thinner now too. My hips also used to be really big, and I feel like my hip dips are kind of like slowly coming back. I'm gonna show you guys what my belly is looking like. So this is what my belly looks like now, like not sucking in, not anything. Area right here, I tend to get bloated a lot more usual now, but I feel like it's because I had a baby, so my stomach is like used to stretching like that. Also right after giving birth, I had like literally a like dark like brown line, and that kind of did go away with time. My belly button, I do also notice, is kind of like sad now, but I feel like it's the loose skin, because if my skin was tighter, I feel like my belly button would look a little bit more normal, but because I do have a little bit of loose skin, I feel like it kind of sags right there a little bit. And then this is what I look like from the side. I feel like before getting pregnant though, my stomach was like this, but it was like tight. So I feel like I looked more like that. Once again, angles are literally everything, because now I'll show you guys. It looks like this right now, but if I sit down or like hunch over, like you can see all of that loose skin that I have. Do you guys see that? I've also come to terms with the fact too though, like a lot of people did tell me that like the loose skin will kind of tighten up like after 6 months, but for me, I feel like the loose skin, if anything, has gotten kind of like, I've gotten more loose skin. I don't know if it's because I've lost more weight or what, but I've kind of just come to terms with the fact that like I had a baby, my stomach has stretched to that point before, so now I have that skin, you know, and as I lose more weight, I probably will get more skin. Those are literally everything, because as much as I can make myself look good and look like that, I can also look like this. Look who is awake. Hi, my princess. She just woke up from her nap, you guys, so she is a little bit cranky, but she will be joining us for the rest of the video. My baby! Oh, my baby tan linda. Oh, look at my baby. We're talking about how you grew mommy's body. I'm just kidding. We're talking about how you're so beautiful and sweet, and I love you, and you're the bestest thing ever. Okay, well, you want Chichi? Feel like you lost yourself after having a baby, or what are your thoughts on it? I definitely feel like at first I did struggle a little bit with that, and some days, like when I'm having like a bad or like a sad day, like I have thought to myself, not gonna lie, I have thought to myself, oh my god, like I'm just a mom now. Like I have had those thoughts like of having a hard, or I have had a hard time, I feel like, figuring out who I am now after being a mom, because some days it just feels like oh, I'm just a mom. Like how am I supposed to work? How am I supposed to do anything with my life now? Like, and it's nothing against my baby, like all those, like if you're not a mom, you wouldn't understand like sometimes some of the like negative postpartum thoughts that you have. Like it's nothing against your baby, it's just like it's just part of postpartum, and like part of finding yourself after becoming a mom. I feel like I definitely have had those thoughts and those struggles with like feeling like I lost myself, but I feel like my life is the same, just like with a new little person now that I love so much. And now that I am 9 months postpartum, like I feel like I have less of those sad days, but definitely at first I feel like I did struggle, or it felt like I was living a weird like life, because it just didn't feel like my life. I feel like at first too, even after we had her, like it was like, whoa, like she's actually here now. But yes, they have had those thoughts, especially at first, but thankfully it's not as bad anymore. Like I feel like just if I'm having like a bad or a sad day, then I do kind of start to like think like that a little bit. Any birth advice? I give birth in June. So the biggest advice I can give to all of my mommies that are about to give birth, especially first time mommies, is literally just, I know it's hard to, or it's easier said than done, but just try to not stress out about it, because your body was literally made for this. Your body was your body is made for you to have that baby. The baby's gonna have to come out one way or another, girl. As long as you leave it all in God's hands, everything is going to work out, and everything will happen the way that it's supposed to happen. And I feel like it definitely is easier said than done, because I was so terrified and so scared when I was gonna give birth, but it honestly was not as bad as I thought. If I could just go through the labor or the birth again, like I literally would have like 10 more babies. It was just the pregnancy that was hard. But my biggest advice to you and to any new mommies that are gonna give birth is just try and be calm about it, because your body was literally designed for this, so you will be fine. Sophia looks so cute. She's just like sitting here. But I'm so happy that I decided to film in her nursery, because the video, like, I knew she was gonna wake up and it would be perfect for her to just kind of hang out in here. Do you cope with the really tough days? Did you deal with postpartum depression? I feel like I didn't necessarily have postpartum depression. I think I was just dealing with like just regular depression, I think, and then also like on top piling all those like emotions after you give birth and like all the postpartum. I feel like I did get a little bit of baby blues, because like it's just a lot. Like it's just a lot after you give birth. Like you're so emotional. I was so emotional. I don't feel like I dealt with like horrible postpartum depression though. Like I was just really emotional at first, and like I said, I was already dealing with like some depression, like just regular depression. So then piling all those emotions on top, and then just like trying to enjoy having it my baby. But the way that I coped with it is literally just looking at my baby and like having a support system like was so helpful to me. Like my mom was so helpful when I had just given birth. Daniel is also an amazing dad to her, like so helpful with her. So I feel like having the support system that I did really helped me to just having my baby. Like I remember like when I had just had her, I was crying and I looked at her and she was literally like a week old, you guys. Like she was tiny little baby, and I looked at her like while I was crying, and she smiled at me. Like she gave me a little smile, and literally that's when I was like, oh my god, like she knew that I was sad. Has breastfeeding changed your breasts at all? If so, are the changes minimum? I feel like I said, my boobs got smaller, but I feel like it's because I lost some weight. These are more like, I feel like jiggly, and I feel like that is because of the breastfeeding and because my boobs are probably getting saggier. But since I'm still breastfeeding, like I still have milk in my boobs and a lot of milk, so I feel like I won't really see like those changes too much until I'm done breastfeeding. And said, are you sad to stop breastfeeding? I feel like I have mixed emotions about stopping breastfeeding. I knew that I wanted to breastfeed, like from the second I got pregnant, I knew that I wanted to breastfeed. I have nothing against formula, like do whatever works best for you, but I knew that I wanted to breastfeed. I never really had a plan though. I wanted to do it for like 6 months if possible, and now we're at 9 months, and I do want to start slowly introducing formula to her, because after she turns 1, I do not want to breastfeed anymore. I know that there's a lot of benefits to breastfeeding. Personally, I do not want to do it anymore after a year. I do not. Props to all the women out there that can breastfeed for longer than a year. Props to you if you breastfeed at all. But personally, I do not want to do it after a year. I low-key already want to stop because it's hard. Like there is a lot of benefits and everything, but it's hard. Like breastfeeding is hard on your mental state because your baby depends on you 24/7. So it feels like you just can never get a break, you know? Like I said, Daniel is such a big help and he's an amazing dad and he's a very hands-on dad, but there's only so much that he can do when she literally relies on me to feed. Like if you like, he can't really even put her to bed because she relies on me. And for a while I did have a freezer stash. I don't anymore, and I don't even really pump anymore either. I want to slowly start introducing formula. I have tried a couple of them, but she absolutely hates all of them. She did take the liquid one, but she still just prefers my boob, you know? So slowly I want to wean her off the boob because definitely after a year, I personally do not want to do it anymore. So I do have some mixed feelings about it. I'm happy to stop breastfeeding because I feel like I've done it for long enough and she's gotten a lot of benefits from it. I feel good about myself for the amount of time that I have done it, and like I said, I have nothing against formula. Even if you don't breastfeed at all, like you should still feel good about yourself. Like even if I didn't breastfeed at all, I would still feel good about myself as a mom because I know that my baby's taken care of. I know that she's healthy, and I know as long as you know that you're doing the best that you can, like that's what makes you a good mom. But in a way, it does kind of make me sad, like a little bit, because I'm just like, my baby's growing up so fast. Like she's not gonna like, why am I gonna cry? She's not gonna need me anymore, like, or like rely on me like that, like to feed her or like anything. Like she's just getting so big. So like in a way I do have like kind of like, it does make me a little bit sad. Why am I gonna cry? It does make me a little bit sad to stop because I feel like we've gotten this bond, and you can still bond with your baby if you don't breastfeed, but like I feel like the breastfeeding bond, like I feel like so bonded to my baby. I feel like we've definitely bonded over breastfeeding because like it feels good sometimes. Like as much as like it sucks that you can't get a break or like you can't do anything and they rely on, no one can really help you so much. It also is a good feeling knowing that your baby relies on you and that your baby needs you. And like if like they're crying or whatever, you're the one who can calm them down. So like it does kind of make me a little bit sad. Like I hadn't really thought about that, but like I felt like, I don't know. But overall, like I said, I do feel good about myself and how long I've done it for. Do you get sad episodes like here and there out of nowhere? I do for sure. I don't know if they're because of postpartum or just like I've always, oh my gosh, she's standing up. My baby is so cute. You guys, she is so cute. How were you feeling the last days of pregnancy? Like your mental state, did you feel prepared? I did feel prepared. Like my last days of pregnancy, I think I had like this sounds bad, but I'm not gonna lie, my pregnancy once again was like really hard because I was so sick. But not only that, like I felt like I wasn't ready. I was scared literally up until the second I met her. When she was born, I was scared. So I feel like my pregnancy, I was not really like, oh my God, I love my baby so much. I obviously I didn't hate my baby, but like I feel like it took me a long time to really come to terms with the fact that I was pregnant. Not because I didn't want to get fat or not because I didn't want to lose my body or because of my BBL, but just because I was scared to be a mother. Like I did not think I would be a mother this young. I'm not like that young, but like I was just scared. It was something that we were not really planning for right now. I do feel like I was kind of like out of it, or like I feel like I hadn't, it almost feels like I was living like in a different dimension. Like I wasn't even really here when I was pregnant. It took me a long time to really come to terms with the fact that I was literally gonna be a mother, that I was gonna have a baby. So like my pregnancy, I wasn't really like, oh my God, like I love you so much, like my little baby. At the end though, when I feel like I finally came to terms with it, like not because I was sad, but because I don't know, I don't really know how to explain the way that I felt my pregnancy. I just felt like I wasn't even really here. Like that sounds really weird, but that's how I felt. But towards the end of my pregnancy, I was so emotional. Mommy? You wanna come to mommy? Okay, you can come sit with mommy then, okay? Is that what you want? You just wanna sit with mommy? Okay, you can sit with mommy, that's not a problem. I have nothing against breastfeeding. Obviously I breastfeed, but I'm just covering myself because I don't want you to take this down. But the end of my pregnancy, I wasn't really emotional my whole pregnancy. Like a lot of girls say that like they were super emotional their whole pregnancy. I wasn't, but literally the last days of my pregnancy, like literally I'm talking the last like weeks, 2 weeks, I literally like, even if I just touched my belly, I would cry. I don't know if it was just like at that point, I feel like I started to really like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a mother. Like I had finally like, I feel like it all just hit me like a truck. And I would look at my belly, I would touch my belly, and I would just be so emotional that I was about to become a mother. So that's when I feel like I started to get prepared and I started to feel prepared. But like I said, even when she was born, I was scared. Did you realize that you were losing hair, babe? My baby's 4 months and my hair is falling. I think around like 3 months, I started to get postpartum hair loss. And I feel like now that I'm 9 months, it's not as bad. Like I'm not losing it like to the point, like I couldn't even shower because like literally chunks would come out. Like it looked like there was a spider in my hair or in my shower after I showered. But now I feel like I'm not losing that much hair. Also keep in mind, like my hair was already really thin to begin with. So a lot of people are like, and everyone always, let me say this, everyone always feels the need to point out that I have a lot of hair loss, but you guys, it is not nice. Like some people don't say it in a mean way, like, or some people really do just want to give you advice, but it just sucks because like it sucks because I have eyes and I can see that I have those bald spots. So like I feel like it's not nice to point it out. Like I can see, and if you're trying to help, like I appreciate that, but it just sucks like that everyone is trying to fix you. Why is everyone trying to fix me so bad? Like I didn't just have a baby, but I had a baby. Like I have postpartum hair loss, and that's normal, you know? But I didn't really do anything to help with my postpartum hair loss. Hi, you're so beautiful. Qué bonita. Qué bonita bebé. You're so beautiful. Mwah. I think around like the 2-3 month mark, that's when I started to notice that like it was getting pretty bad. But now that I'm 9 months, I'm not losing as much hair, but my hair hasn't, and I'm starting to notice I have a lot of baby hair, so I feel like I'm getting a lot of regrowth now. But I have like literally nothing but baby hairs now. My baby is so crazy. Here. She's like, no, mommy, you cannot film. Don't even try to. I am also getting a lot of questions on what I feed her, how I started feeding her. I started giving her solids literally as soon as she turned 6 months. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I'm lying. I didn't give you anything. I started giving her solids literally as soon as she turned 6 months. I was scared because she did not have any teeth at that point. She got her teeth shortly after though, and now she officially has 6 teeth. Sorry, I'm like looking over at her. Now she officially has 6 teeth. I was scared, but you guys, let me tell you guys this. If you guys are gonna start the baby-led weaning, gagging is normal. If your baby is gagging, they're not choking. Choking is silent. Definitely do your research, and like there's a lot of CPR classes that you can take. There's CPR classes that you can take if that makes you more comfortable as well. But I use the app called Solid Start and the app Baby-Led Weaning Meals. It has like a little strawberry on it, and you can get a lot of recipes on there. And literally on the Solid Start app, you can look up each ingredient. You can see if it's a common allergen, how to prepare the food for them, how to cut it for them according to their age, if it's common allergen, when you should introduce it. It has a lot of information on there. It has videos and everything. So those are the those are the number 2 apps that have really helped me out a lot on our baby-led weaning journey. But I'm so happy that we started doing baby-led weaning. Like, she is an amazing eater, so I'm not going to talk too much about that because I do plan on making like a whole dedicated video on that, and maybe a what we eat in a day, what she eats in a day. For sure, a what she eats in a day video is coming up really soon, maybe within like the next week, so definitely stay tuned. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But that's pretty much all of the questions that I have. I did get a few other questions, but a lot of them are questions I already answered. If you guys are curious or like I didn't answer your question, I also did film a labor video and a postpartum video already. Like, not, it's because this video was a postpartum, but it was also kind of like my body like after 9 months after a pregnancy and BBL. So it was just kind of like a body update slash postpartum, but I did also film like a whole postpartum video. If you guys are interested in that, I will link both of those videos down below. But that is pretty much it for the video, you guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that some of you guys can relate to some of the things that I said. I just kind of wanted to sit here and chat with you guys and show you guys what my body looks like now, and just let you guys know that you guys are not alone. Also, once again, do not compare yourself to anyone. Like, everyone's postpartum journey is so different. Everyone's pregnancy is so different. Everyone's bodies are so different. So do not compare yourself. Remember, it's all about angles and everything. Different angles make you look very different, as you guys saw literally. If I sit down, like, you can see all of my looseness. But I love you all so much. Know what other videos you guys would like to see from me next. Definitely comment some video ideas. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Somebody wants to join me for the outro. But comment down below an orange emoji because Sophia's wearing orange, and I will pick 2 of you mamas out there to send a Starbucks gift card to. So we love you all so much, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye guys.